Welcome to this math review. I'm going to share my screen in just a moment and show you the packet of math review questions. Right now, before we start though, make sure you have something that you can write down your work on. For example, I have right here my whiteboard and my marker, okay? So you get your whiteboard and marker or your paper and pencil, because I'm going to ask you to write down everything that I'm writing on the screen. Thank you. Now let's get started with what we have today. I'm going to share my screen. And here we go. Let me read to you what it says. Vertical or rounding on a vertical number line. Number 1, John is going camping. The total weight of his 5 bags is 186 kilograms. On a vertical number line, round the total weight to the nearest 100 kilograms. Show your work on a vertical number line. The first thing I need to do is get out my pen, and I'm going to draw my vertical number line right up here on the screen. You do the same at home right now, okay? You remember those vertical number lines. It's up and down, right? Vertical means up and down. And at the top, I'm going to put an arrow. And at the bottom, I'm going to put my arrow like that. And then at the top, I'm going to make a tick mark. Okay, you do the same. That's going to be a tick mark. I'm going to make a tick mark at the bottom. And then right around here, the middle, I'm going to make another tick mark. Now let's go back to the question. It says right here, the total weight of his 5 bags is 186 kilograms. That's my number. What do I have to do with it? I have to round the total weight to the nearest 100 kilograms. Okay. So, what is the 100 that comes before 186? What's the 100 that's below 186? It's 100, right? So I'm going to label this tick mark down here, 100. You do the same at home on your paper or whiteboard. What is the 100 that comes after 186? Well, that's 200, right? If I'm counting by hundreds, I go 100, 200, 300, 400, etc. So I'm going to label this tick mark up here, 200. You do the same, please, at home. Now, what is halfway between 100 and 200? You know what it is. It's 150, right? So I'm going to put 150 right here, smack in the middle of my vertical number line. Okay, isn't that nice? Now, I've got to get my number 186 on this number line. I'm going to use a different color now. And if you're using, for example, markers at home on your whiteboard, feel free to change colors. It's fun, isn't it, changing colors? So 186, I know, is going to be somewhere not right between 150 and 200. It's going to be more up here, right? So I'm going to make a line, a little tick mark, and I'm going to write 186. You do the same thing at home. Okay, there we go. Now I've got to round to the nearest 100. Okay, down here I have 100. Up here I have 200. Look for yourself right now. Which 100 is closer to 186? And I think that you can agree that 186 is closer to 200. So watch what I do. I circle 186. And I'm going to draw a nice arrow pointing right at 200. And that shows my teacher I know that 186 rounded to the nearest hundred is 200. Okay? There's a way you can write this. There's a special way you can write rounding. Let me show that to you right now on the side. I'm going to choose green as my next. It's Saturday morning and someone's trying to get into my Zoom meeting. Interesting. So I'm going to write 186. You write this too, please. This is good practice for you. This is going to be important for you later when you get to middle school. Okay, 186, and I'm not going to write an equal sign. I'm going to write an approximation sign. It's two squiggles. It's like a squiggly equal sign. Okay. And then I'm going to write that 186 is approximately 200. Not is equal to, but approximately 200. Oh, don't forget, Mr. Loftus, label your units. Labeling our units. I'm going to write kg down there, and I'm going to write kg right here. Okay, again, this means 186 kilograms is approximately, it's about 200 kilograms. Okay, I'll give you a chance to get caught up on your whiteboard or your paper at home. Feel free to pause this video if you need to. Good. Let's move on to number 2. Let me read it to you. Emily is throwing a party. She has made 7 bowls of Christmas punch. The total capacity of the 7 bowls of punch is 151 liters. On a vertical number line, round the total capacity to the nearest 100 liters. Show your work on a vertical number line. Okay, let's go back and read that again. Sometimes it's good to read the problem 2 or 3 times so you can understand what the problem is asking you. So Emily is throwing a party. Okay, good. She has made 7 bowls of Christmas punch. Oh, that's nice. The total capacity of the 7 bowls of punch is 151 liters. That's important. I'm going to highlight that number. 151 liters. On a vertical number line, round the total capacity to the nearest 100 liters. Okay, so I'm rounding 151 to the nearest 100. Got it. Show your work on a vertical number line. Okay, let's draw another vertical number line. You please join me at home. Remember, vertical means up and down. Horizontal means side to side. This is vertical. So I have my number line, my 2 arrows. I draw a tick mark at the top, a tick mark at the bottom, and a tick mark in the middle. Again, my number is 151. So what is the 100? What is the 100 that comes before 151? It's 100. So I label this tick mark down here, 100. Now, what's the tick mark, or what's the 100 that comes after 151? That's going to be 200, right? So I label the top tick mark 200. Now, what comes exactly between 100 and 200? What's the halfway point between 100 and 200? You know what it is, 150. So my middle tick mark is 150, just like that. Let me change colors now, because now I have to get 151 on my board. So 151, well, 151 is the next number after 150, isn't it? So here's 150. I'm going to make a little tick mark right above it. You do the same at home. Make a little tick mark right above 150 and label that 151. Okay, now what? We have to round to the nearest hundred. Is 151 closer to 100 or is it closer to 200? Well, 150 is the middle, it's the halfway point. And 151 is just over the line, just over the halfway line. So 151 is closer to 200, isn't it? I'm going to circle 151. I'm going to draw a very nice arrow and point it right at the 200 mark, or the 200 tick mark. And that shows my teacher that I understand 151 rounded to the nearest hundred is 200. Let me show you. I want you to practice this over on the side, what I did before. 151 kilograms. Make sure you copy this down on your paper or marker board. 151 kilograms is approximately, again, these two squiggles, a squiggly equal sign. 151 kilograms is approximately 200 kilograms. Remember, I am labeling my units. I'm always labeling my units. Oh, wait, no, I just made a mistake. Did you catch that mistake? We're not dealing with kilograms. We're not dealing with kilograms at all. Oh boy, I better go back. Did you catch the mistake? It's liters, isn't it? I knew you'd get it. It's 151 liters. Let me fix that. So 151 liters. Do you remember how we abbreviate liters? It's with a capital L. 151 liters is approximately 200 liters. I fixed my mistake. And I'll give you a moment to get caught up. Pause the video if you need to. Now let's go down to number 3. Let's read it together. Patrick is measuring his 4 bean plants. The total height of his 4 plants is 122 centimeters. On a vertical number line, round the total height to the nearest 100 centimeters. Show your work on a vertical number line. Let's go back and read it one more time. Patrick is measuring his 4 bean plants. Okay, he's got 4 bean plants he's growing, right? The total height of his 4 plants is 122 centimeters. So he measured 1, 2, 3, 4 plants, and he added up their heights, and he got 122 centimeters. Okay, good. I'm going to underline 122 centimeters so I don't forget. On a vertical number line, round the total height to the nearest 100 centimeters. Oh, okay. Got it. Show your work on a vertical number line. I think I understand what to do. So I'm making my vertical number line right now. I put my arrows in at the top and at the bottom. I'm going to make my tick marks, 1 at the top, 1 at the bottom, and then halfway in between them, about there. So 122 is my number. What is the 100 that comes directly before 122? It's 100. That's right. So I label this tick mark down here, 100. What is the 100 that comes after 122? You know what that is. It's 200. So I put 200 right up here for this tick mark. And then again, what is halfway between 100 and 200? You know what it is. It's 150. So 150 right here in the middle. Again, my number is 122 centimeters. Don't forget, it's centimeters, not kilograms, not liters, it's centimeters. So I'm going to change colors. 122, I know it comes after 100, but it comes before 150. It's almost halfway between 100 and 150. So I'm going to put it right about there. Nice orange check mark. And I'm going to label it 122. You do the same at home on your marker board or on your sheet of paper. Now, here's my question. Is 122 closer to 100 or is it closer to 200? Look at it. If 150 is the midpoint, if it's the halfway point between 100 and 200, which side is 122 on? It's closer to 100. That's right, you got it. So I circle my 122 and I draw a nice arrow pointing directly at 100. You do the same right now. And now I'm going to change colors and I'm going to write over on the side to the right, 122, what's my units again? It's centimeters, that's right. 122 centimeters is approximately, there's that squiggly equal sign again, is approximately 100 centimeters. cm. Okay, go ahead, pause the video right now so that you can get caught up at home on your whiteboard or on your piece of paper. Let's move on to number 4. And I'm going to let you try number 4 by yourself before I show you the answer, okay? Let's read together. Rosemary has 5 children. The total weight of her 5 children is 212 kilograms. On a vertical number line, round the total weight to the nearest 100 kilograms. Show your work on a vertical number line. Let's go back and read it again. It's always good to read it 2 or 3 times if you need to. Rosemary has 5 children. The total weight of her 5 children is 212 kilograms. Okay, so 5 children, she weighs them all on a scale, she adds up all their weights and they come out to 212 kilograms. On a vertical number line, round the total weight to the nearest 100 kilograms. Okay, same as what we've just done before, right? Show your work on a vertical number line. So, right now, I want you to draw at home on your paper or whiteboard your vertical number line, and I want you to please label it. Go ahead and pause the video right now. Okay, now let's see how you did. I'm going to draw mine, and you check your work to make sure that your work looks like mine, okay? My bottom number is 200, right? My top number is 300. My middle number is 250. because that's halfway between 200 and 300. Okay, does yours look like that? If not, please fix yours right now, and you can pause the video, of course. Now, I want you to please label on your number line where 212 should go. You do that right now. Go ahead, pause your video. Okay, let's unpause our video, and 212 should be on your number line right about here. Okay, and then you label it 212. Now, I want you to circle 212 on your number line, and you draw an arrow pointing at the nearest 100. Go ahead, pause your video. Okay, let's unpause, and I'm going to circle my 212 and draw my arrow right at 200. And I'm done. Now, I want you over on the right-hand side of your paper or your marker board to write, just like I wrote before, 212 kilograms is approximately 200 kilograms. Go ahead, pause your video. Okay, let's unpause. And this is what your answer should look like. 212 kilograms, always labeling my units, kg, is approximately, squiggly equal sign, 200 kilograms, kg. Okay. Please check your work, fix any mistakes, pause the video if you need to get caught up. And now let's move on to number 5. Again, you're going to try this by yourself, and then I will show you how we work it out. Number 5, let's read together. Kevin works at a shoe store. He makes an income of $748 for 5 days of work. On a vertical number line, round his income to the nearest $100. Show your work on a vertical number line. Let's go back again so that we can get this information in our heads. What do we need to do? I want you to think. What do you need to do? What do you need to label on your vertical number line? Let's go again. Kevin works at a shoe store. He makes an income of $748 for 5 days of work. I'm going to underline that number. On a vertical number line, round his income to the nearest $100. Oh, I see. $100. Show your work on a vertical number line. Right now, I want you to draw a vertical number line, and I want you to put where your hundreds are, your 200s, and I want you to label the middle number, the halfway point. Go ahead, pause the video. Okay, let's get started. Here's my vertical number line. Oh, it's a little bit slanted, no problem. There are my arrows, my tick marks, and then my middle tick mark. My top number is 800, right? Because that's the next 100 after 748. My bottom number is 700 because that's the 100 that comes before 748. My middle number is 750. Okay. Your number line should look just like that. If it doesn't, please fix it. Feel free to pause the video. Now, what I want you to do, please, is on your number line, label where 748 should be. Go ahead, do that right now. Okay, now 748 on mine, it's almost up to 750. I'm going to put my 748 right there. because 748 is 2 less than 750. Now, on your paper or whiteboard, I want you to please circle 748 and draw an arrow to the 100 that it is closest to. Do that right now. Pause the video if you need to. So let's unpause. I'm circling 748 and I'm drawing my arrow down to 700. 748 rounded to the nearest 100 is 700. Now, on the right-hand side of your whiteboard or paper, please write $748 is approximately $700. Go ahead, pause the video if you need to. So this is what your answer should look like. Remember, dollar sign, we use the dollar sign because that's the units we're dealing with. We're dealing with dollars here. So $748. And I want you to notice that when we make dollar signs, we put them in front of the number, okay? First we do the dollar sign and then we write the number. We don't write the number and then the dollar sign, okay? Remember that, please. $748 is approximately, there's our squiggly equal sign again, 700, again, dollar sign, 700. I'm looking at my work. I think I'm done. Are you done? Did you get everything right? If not, fix it right now. This is the end of the first video. Please get ready now for the second video.